Hey, friends, this is Pastor Brian from Chapel of Change Christian Fellowship and the Free Methodist Church of Southern California. And I have with me Pastor Chris Spolar of Expressions Church. And as you know, LA, Los Angeles has just been subject to probably the biggest wildfire in history. That's what some reports are saying. I know I read about 10,000 homes may have burnt down or families displaced. Very, very gigantic catastrophe. Thousands upon thousands of people are affected by it. And brother Pastor Chris here just started his church. We just had a grand opening dinner a couple months ago for Expression Church in the Pasadena slash Altadena area. And regretfully, I saw on the news, Fox News reported that the church building they were renting from burned down. And he actually did a report with Brett Baer. So I have Pastor Chris with us, and I just want to get a little update on what's going on. Pastor Chris, how did you learn that your church building that you're renting from burnt down?
Yeah, the first confirmation of it we got was when we watched it on ABC 7. So
Wow.
the night of the fires that broke out, we heard right away where the fire broke out in Eaton Canyon, and we are just off Eaton Canyon Drive. So we are kind of a stone's throw away from ground zero of the fire. And pretty soon after I heard that news, I kind of just like accepted the reality there's probably gonna be a loss to our building. When I left the office that day, the fire was reported around 6 o'clock. I left at 4:45. The winds were so strong that it was bending the plexiglass windows of our office,
Wow.
and so we knew just how dangerous that was. We're surrounded by trees, and then sure enough, 11 o'clock that night, I'm on Zoom with my worship director. We're talking about connecting with people and what's happening, what's next, and then all of a sudden, the reporter on ABC 7 is standing in front of our church building, and so in that the building now is a total loss, um, and then all of our equipment, all of our supplies, basically was all inside that building.
Wow, I'm so sorry to hear about that. What are you seeing over there in your area as a result of that fire? What are you seeing some of the effects on families or homes? What does it look like?
Yeah, right now there's a lot of just shock, and grief. And so, for some people, we've been working at like different distribution sites for food, getting food to families, people coming through in their cars, and that's all they have left. And you can tell right on immediately, you can see on people's faces whether or not they lost their home or not. It was just so apparent. There's just like this tangible grief.
Hmm.
Um, and then for the people who didn't lose their home, we have some amazing God stories of people in our church. So we had one person in our church lose her home, and she
Wow.
basically lost everything. We're caring for her, and we've also got one of our sending church in Long Beach, also with the Free Methodist Church, rallied around us because she's staying in Long Beach with a friend. They helped us get suitcases to her, some gift cards for her to get some new clothes and things she needs.
Shout out
Um,
to Light and Life North Long Beach that
so
helped
shout out to Light and Life of North Long Beach, Pastor Joel and Sean, and Pastor Daniel Becerra, just amazing. And um, and so uh, and but we have a lot of God stories of people where their house is literally surrounded
out.
by decimated houses, where it just like there was like a divine hedge of protection around some of those people in our church, um, left and right, behind, gone, and then their church still standing. And but even with those people, there's just so much loss. Like their neighborhood is decimated. We have, one person in our church who he's lived and breathed Altadena and Pasadena, what people locals call Dina, right?
Mm.
Whether it's Pasadena,
Mm.
Altadena, it's the Dina,
Oh,
and he's just Dina, born and bred, and his childhood has been burned down. You know, the corner market, you know, his friends' houses, um, you know, just everything around, you know, and for him, also his church, you know, and there's other churches who've been burned down as well. You know, we're not the only ones who lost a building or a place to stay. Um, so there's just a lot of that sort of collective grief that people are feeling.
And how are you emotionally? Like, how are you processing as a pastor who just launched a church 4 or 5 months ago? And I was there at the dinner, a lot of excitement in the air. How are you processing that as a pastor, seeing so much need?
Yeah, honestly, we haven't even taken a lot of time to think about or feel about the loss of our stuff. Our immediate thought was, I felt like I just kind of resigned. Our stuff is gone. Okay, accept that. Now, what do people need? And so, from the day after the fires broke out, you know, they broke out that Tuesday night. From Wednesday on, it was just um, connecting, reaching out to people in our church, checking their evacuation status. How are people doing? How are they feeling? How can we pray? And then beyond our church, just started mobilizing resources, creating a website where people can get their needs identified, and where we can match those needs with other people who can come alongside them. And so it's just been day after day, focused on the needs of the community. And it's just been all day, because the needs are so great. But, you know, we believe in a God who is greater, and a God of abundance,
Amen.
and a God who's with us. And so we're just trying to, for us as a church, just trying to answer the question, okay, Lord, what do you have for us now? What is your invitation for us now? And what we're believing is our invitation is, because the walls have been burned down, he's just asking us to be the church beyond the walls.
Wow, wow. And can you share your website whereby maybe people can help you in various ways or help
Yeah.
what you're doing to help other people? How could we do that?
Yeah, you can go to expressionschurch.com/fire or /fire relief. Expressionschurch.com/fire relief. And there you can find links for how to give financially. That's going to be one of the best ways to do long-term support for us, because we've got a lot of supplies in different hubs right now. But donations allow us to meet those needs as they come. But then we also have, you know, people who want to get involved. We've got an alert system where you can sign up for texts or emails on ways you can get involved and volunteer. If you can host a home, there's a link for that for you to sign up. Or for churches, churches can sign up to be a partner church, where we will match a family in need with a church so that the church can come alongside that family. You know, we can only do so much for people individually, but we know that the church of Christ around us, can take on one family, can take on two families, and come alongside them and just focus in. You don't have to be nearby to be able to do that. You can come alongside families from wherever you are, and so we've got all of those resources at our website.
All right, there you have it with Expressions Church. Get on their website, see how you could help out. Pastor Chris, we're praying for you. We're asking God to help you and strengthen you and provide for you. By the way, just FYI, Chapel of Change in the Long Beach area, we have a women's home, and I believe we have some empty rooms or room in case you know of a
Yeah.
mother or
Okay.
small family that needs shelter. That's also available as well. But we're going to be praying for you and let us know because this is definitely a marathon. It's not a
Yeah.
sprint. It's a marathon. So we're praying for you, bro, and keep your head up. And we'll see you soon. God bless you.
Thank you.